Stay with me till the end. This story will touch your heart. The village sat between cold mountains, quiet and forgotten. Wooden homes, dusty paths, smoke rising slowly from chimneys. Inside one small house lived Bao, an elderly father cat. Once strong, once respected, now his legs shook when he stood. His chest burned when he breathed. Every step hurt. His daughter, Mai, watched everything in silence. She helped him sit. She helped him eat. She listened to him cough late at night, pretending she was asleep. One morning, a horn echoed through the village. A royal messenger arrived. The message was simple and cruel. Every household must send one male cat to fight for the kingdom. Mai felt her stomach drop. Bao slowly reached for his old armor. I will go, he said. Mai turned sharply. You can barely walk. Bao forced himself to stand. His paw slipped. He caught the table before falling. If I don't go, he said quietly, others will die. That night, Mai watched him struggle to tighten his armor. His paws trembled. He coughed so hard he had to sit on the floor. Mai pressed her face into the wall so he wouldn't hear her cry. He won't survive the road, she thought. He will die before the first battle. Before sunrise, Mai made a choice that changed everything. She cut her fur short. She wrapped her chest. She lowered her voice and practiced breathing slowly. She took her father's sword. When Bao woke up, the house was empty. At the training camp, the air was brutal, cold, loud, unforgiving. The other cats noticed her immediately. That one's too small, someone said. He won't last a week. Mai said nothing. Training was pain. Blisters, bruises, blood. She fell. She stood up. Again and again. During the first attack, panic spread through the camp. Soldiers froze. Mai didn't. She shouted warnings. She pulled injured cats to safety. She fought with precision, not strength, but focus. By nightfall, the mocking stopped. Then came the battle that changed everything. The ground shook. Smoke filled the sky. Screams echoed through the valley. Mai stood where no one else would. If I run now, she whispered, my father dies anyway. She charged forward, and miles away, Bao clutched his chest, sensing something was wrong. The training camp was quiet, except for the clanging of swords and grunts from the other cats. Mai's small paws ached. Her armor pinched her sides, but she didn't stop. Every strike, every movement, every fall, she repeated it until it was perfect. That night, while the camp slept, Mai hid under a wooden bench, listening to the wind whistle through the mountains. She thought of her father, Bao, coughing in the small home they had left behind. If Bao had gone himself, he would not have survived the journey to the battlefield. She clenched her tiny paws. She had made the right choice. The next morning, the royal horn blew. The battle was beginning. The other cats were big and strong. They assumed the tiny boy would be a liability, but Mai stayed calm. Her eyes scanned the horizon. Then she saw the first wave of enemy cats approaching. Dust and smoke rose from the valley as the enemy came closer. The other cats hesitated. Fear took over. Mai stepped forward. Her voice, small but steady, rang out to form a line. Protect the village. A few of the younger cats obeyed her. Others just stared, but her courage spread like fire. Slowly, they moved into formation behind her. The first clash was brutal. Claws swiped, paws stumbled, dust clouded the ground. Mai dove, rolled, and helped the weakest cats get to safety. Each movement was precise, almost instinctual. She wasn't the strongest, but she was faster, smarter, and braver than anyone realized. Hours passed. The sun climbed high. Mai's small body was bruised and scratched. She felt the weight of exhaustion in every limb. And then she saw the enemy commander. A huge cat, tall and muscular, with scars on his face, moving toward the village gates. If he reached the village, everything would be lost. Mai took a deep breath. She felt fear, but she pushed it down. Not today, she whispered. She darted forward, weaving between the enemy cats. A sudden leap, a well-timed dodge, a kick that sent the commander off balance. It worked. The enemy faltered, confused, surprised by the bravery of a single small cat. The other cats rallied. Inspired by her fearlessness, they joined the fight with renewed energy. Step by step, claw by claw, they pushed the enemy back. By sunset, the battlefield was quiet. The village was safe. Mike collapsed behind a rock, panting, bloody, but alive. Far away, Bao waited. He had a strange feeling of pull in his heart. He didn't know what had happened, but he would soon find out. The sun had nearly disappeared behind the mountains, casting long shadows across the battlefield. Mai sat behind a fallen tree, chest heaving, scratches on her paws and fur. The dust settled, smoke lingered, but the enemy commander was still alive, far off, regaining his balance. Mai's small body trembled from pain, exhaustion, and fear, but she pushed herself up. She had promised her father she would protect the village. She couldn't stop now. She scanned the field. Some of the other cats were injured. Some were too afraid to move. The fate of the village rested on her tiny shoulders. Focus, she whispered to herself. She remembered Bao's gentle eyes, his slow coughs, his trembling paws. If he were here, he would be too weak to fight. She had to be strong, for him. The enemy commander roared, a deep, terrifying sound that shook the ground. He advanced toward the village gates with a group of large, aggressive cats. Every paw step sounded like thunder in Mai's ears. She darted forward, weaving between the larger enemy cats. Her movements were fluid, instinctive, not strength, but precision. A swipe here, a leap there, a paw nudging a weapon from an enemy cat's grip. The commander lunged toward her. Mai's heart pounded like a drum. She rolled under him, claws ready, and used the momentum to send him crashing into a rock. He yelled in pain, shocked that a tiny figure could strike him so cleverly. Behind her, the villagers' cats, inspired by Mai's bravery, surged forward. Step by step, claw by claw, they pushed the enemy back toward the forest. Dust and smoke swirled around them. The air smelled of earth and sweat and determination. Mai felt herself stumble. Pain shot through her side, but she ignored it. There was no time to rest. The enemy commander regained his footing and lunged again. Mai's mind raced. She couldn't overpower him, but she could outsmart him. With a quick glance, she noticed a narrow crevice between two rocks. She dashed toward it, luring the commander. He followed blindly, larger than her, not noticing the trap. Mai leapt aside at the last moment. The commander's massive paws crashed into the rocks. He yelled and tumbled down the slope, defeated but alive. The battlefield fell silent. The other enemy cats fled, leaving the village victorious. Mai collapsed onto the ground, exhausted, her breathing ragged. The other cats surrounded her, lifting her tiny body, praising her courage. Far away, Bao waited, his heart pounding. He didn't know who had saved the village, but he would soon find out. The battlefield was quiet. Smoke rose in thin trails. Dust settled over rocks and paw prints. Mai lay on the ground, chest heaving, exhausted and battered. Her fur was torn, her paws scratched, her armor dented, but she was alive. The other cats surrounded her, lifting her small body, praising her bravery. You saved us all," one exclaimed. "We never would have survived without you," another added. Mai tried to smile, but her lids trembled. She whispered, I just did what I had to." Far away, while the father cat approached the battlefield, coughing, his old paws shaking. He had heard about the victory, but no one knew the secret hero behind it. His heart pounded as he walked, each step slower than the last. Then he saw her, small, bruised, and exhausted, but standing tall. His eyes widened, his heart skipped. "My," he croaked, tears welled in his eyes. You were the one, Ma nodded, lowering her gaze. I couldn't let you go, she whispered. I couldn't let you die. I took your place. Bao fell to his knees, trembling. My brave little kitten, he said, voice thick with emotion. You saved the village. You saved me. You are stronger than I ever imagined. The villagers arrived, cheering, lifting both father and daughter into their paws. They celebrated the courage of the young hero who had saved them all. At night, Bao and I sat under the stars, exhausted but safe. Bao gently rested his paw on my shoulder. You taught us all what true bravery is, he said softly. Mai rested her head on his paw, exhausted but happy. From that day forward, the village remembered the small but fearless kitten who had sacrificed everything to protect those she loved. Courage wasn't measured by size. Strength wasn't measured by muscle. Love and bravery could change the world. The end. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, friend.